Hi, everybody. Laura here. I'm excited to be joining you again for this August blog feature. Today, I'm sharing a really, really pretty, kind of feminine congrats card. Sometimes I just really love making a pretty feminine card. I'm starting with the Nina Solar White. This is the 110, the thicker, sturdier cardstock. And I'm using this new frames die set. There's 4 frames in this die set, really pretty, all of them gorgeous. I'm using the largest one right now. It's kind of a scallop rectangle, gives you a really pretty frame. This die set's really cool. It has so many different uses because you get the outline die, you get the inside negative part which can be used. That's what I end up using. I didn't use that pretty scalloped. I use the inside negative. I wanted to use that for my panel, and I'm going to die cut a window right into it using another one of the dies. Excuse me. I'm losing my voice. You know why I'm losing my voice? Because school has started, and the mornings I'm like, it's like the army over here. Get up! Get your lunch! I said get up! You're gonna be late! So that's why I'm losing my voice. I need to get a whistle. I gotta be like a coach out on the ice, blowing my whistle, get these kids in gear. You know what? We've already, like, a couple of them have already missed the bus because they're lollygagging around, looking at their hair in the mirror, making sure it's perfectly straight. And okay, so I went ahead and die cut another one of those frames with the fog cardstock's my favorite neutral in the Simon colors. And I went round and round trying to figure out a way to get this to stay inlaid in my little window. And I tried glue. Okay, glue was a hot mess. It got all over. And this is what worked best for me. I took some score tape. It's like 1/4 of an inch. And I just taped all around the back side of that. It doesn't show when you flip it over, and it kind of holds it steady, and so that worked best for me. Okay, so I'm going to be popping that up onto my card base, but let's move on. I'm going to cut a sentiment. I'm using the, what's it called, Cake and Congrats set. This is really fun. It's kind of a wedding theme, but I'm using that Congrats word die. I love, love, love using the word dies. I mean, I'm always so drawn in all the different stamp companies to the word dies. I think everybody loves them. And this is super duper duper dainty. And so I cut 3 of them, and I'm going to layer them up, give it a little thickness, give it a little heft so it's not quite so dainty, and also give a little dimension on my card because I want it to kind of pop up a little bit, but the idea of trying to put foam tape behind this would be redonkulous. So I had to put 3, and I'm using that mono multi, kind of rubbing it on with my finger, and it seemed the easiest way. It got everywhere too. I mean, I don't know how to do this stuff and stay neat and tidy. It ends up all over my clothes, all over my face. It gets in my hair. Okay, so now when I get those 3 together, I like to take this little quick stick tool that comes out. It's got the tiny little poker, and I just kind of run it around the edges, and it kind of takes care of any oozing glue or any rough edges from the die cut if it didn't cut it nice and smooth, and I just kind of work it over. Okay, so now I'm taking my pencil and making a couple little marks so that I know where that window is because I'm going to do some ink blending on my card front. Okay, so starting with mint, of course. I always start with mint. It's the first color I grab. I love it. I love it with all of my heart. And I love it when you pair it with sea glass or Audrey blue. It seems to me that the two just complement each other, and it's just like a match made in heaven. What can I say? It's meant to be. I mean, when something's meant to be, you just got to do it. You know what I mean? I am so sorry. I probably sound like a babbling idiot. I think I've lost my mind with the back to school. All 5 of my kids have gone back to school in the last couple of days, and it has been an absolute whirlwind getting the supplies, getting the clothes, getting the shoes, signing the papers. I swear I must have written my address about a bazillion times. The address hasn't changed in 12, 13 years, but I got to write it 20 times every year over and over. But anyhow, my youngest, my little baby, Emma, she went to her first day of preschool yesterday, and the bus came and picked her up, and she was so excited. She did not cry, and I didn't cry. I guess we were all just ready for it, and it was wonderful. She had a great time. She was so happy. She loves her teacher, and she loves her book bag, and I just hope it continues, that, the honeymoon phase doesn't fizzle out, and then she starts crying, and then I got to drag her to the bus stop. I'm hoping that she continues to love it. All my girls have loved school. Now the boy, she She's laughing. I'm telling this story. My boys, not so much love in school, but they do a good job. Okay, so I am stamping this book, floral bookmarking, the flowers from there in cotton candy and lemon chiffon. I like to stamp a couple of them, and then I pick my favorite one and die cut, use the coordinating dies. And then I'm stamping a couple of leaves using that same mint. I thought that the mint would coordinate with that background color and it all just tie together. So now we have, this is what I wanted to show you. It's a lot easier if you stamp your image first and then do your die cutting, because then you can get a perfect outline. Now, I took some Copics. This one's the RO2, and I'm adding just a little bit of detail to my flowers. I think this makes all the difference. Just adding a little bit of detail to your, so it's not so flat. And then this one is the Y21. I'm adding a little detail to the yellow. And then I did YG07 for my leaves. And I just really think it makes it come alive. Okay, so once we get those colored with the Copics, I'm adding a little drop of that mono multi-medium. That's like a tongue twister, mono multi-medium. And then I'm going to just cluster those together under my sentiment and make a little floral arrangement. So pretty. When this was all done, I decided to add just a couple little pearl dots along the base of the flowers. The pearl dots came from, have you ever ordered something from Simon and then your order comes and something was out of stock or they didn't have it and they send you a little sheet of pearl dot stickers as like I'm sorry, I guess. I don't know. So I have a few of those and I use them. I love them. And anyway, so that's where I got my pearl stickers, my pearl dots, or whatever you call them. So there it is. It's all finished. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day.